Hi everyone, Robert here, and welcome to the review of Impact Wrestling from April 6, 2017. The show started with a match out of the gate: Eli Drake versus Conley, and part of the match we saw Conley doing a rolling pound strike, then a suicide dive that looks pretty good. Then he did a crossbody. Then later in the match, Eli Drake did a superplex, then the white noise for the victory. Good match, the starting match for like 2 minutes and something. Finally getting Eli Drake winning is a good sign to be seen. And the majority of the play-by-play was done by Jeremy Borach. After the match, JB and Josh Matthews started arguing, and Josh Matthews was quite pissed off. And Bruce Pritchard came with the mic and called both guys out into the ring and asked them to prove who are the best between them. And he ended up settling for a 4-man team, and that both of those teams will face each other next week. So that's gonna be the ending segment of the show. Next, Knockouts Gauntlet match. About Story and Madison Rain started the match. First note, I enjoyed that Madison Rain music, really one of the best themes and pretty underrated, but that's not here or there. Also, George Matthews called out JB for being a sucker for Kel King, which it is true. The girls keep wrestling until Rebel enters, then Amanda Rodriguez entering, then MJ Jenkins ended up and did a springboard dropkick that looks really good. She looks quite athletic. Then Damian Diamante enters, then Amanda Rodriguez was eliminated. Then ODB ended up stacking all the knockouts and doing kind of like a sting splash on the corner. Eva was eliminated. Then Brandy came to the ring. She was the last one to enter. Diamante was eliminated. Rebel was eliminated. MJ was eliminated. Brandy was eliminated. And the last two were ODB and Madison Reigns. And the way the gauntlet matches works on TNA is after you throw everybody outside of the ring, the last two will have a short match. So Madison Rain and ODB had a short match until ODB was able to hit the TKO and pin Madison Rain. So the winner and number one contender is ODB. I'm not mad about it. I truly hope that they don't put ODB over Rosemary, because that would be a fucking travesty. But I'm not mad about. And the match was alright. MJ was truly impressive and the star of the match. Next, we got James Storm coming to the ring in full cowboy mode, telling that the old management did not like that they had a blue collar character, and the old manager told him that there was no place for that. Then he said that when he won the title, that was the highest rated episode of Impact Wrestling, which it is truth. The only one who drew higher than him was when obviously Hulk Hogan came to TNA. But aside of that, no, that showed that James Storm won the title. That was Bound for Glory 2011, the show after. First segment, he won the championship against Garango. That was the highest rated segment. I think it drew a 1.4 million viewers, and the trend kept up during those 2 weeks that he was champion, until they decided to do the heel turn with Bobby Roode. And then one of the dumbest fucking ideas TNA was able to do during all these years, the match between Bobby Roode and James Storm, which Bobby Roode ended up winning in the hometown of the Cowboy James Storm. If I'm not mistaken, it was on even Tennessee. If that was Russo or Bruce Prichard, they are both fucking dumb idea. But if that was the past, this is the future. So let's talk about what happened. So he said that he wants now the title, James Storm. And the DCC interrupted. Bram came to the ring with a chair, and Kingston called him a liar, and he broke the DCC mask and the clothes, and Cole and Storm, his son, a bastard. James Storm said that the plan all along was for him to get the world title, and Kingston and Bram to get the tag titles, but they got lost in the shuffle. Kingston called him a bitch. Storm said that if he wanted a bitch, he will look for that on Tinder or something like that. And Kingston spit in the face of the Cowboy James Storm, and James Storm super kicked him. Bram tried to keep him with a chair, but James Storm ended up super kicking him too. Good segment. Good to see Cowboy James Storm being showcased in the show. Hopefully by Slammiversary, he is the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Impact Wrestling, sorry. Next, Andrew Everett versus Marshy Rocket versus Suicide. Exhibition style match. Suicide did the Suicide style back plancha. Then they did a couple of lariats, knee drop. Then Andrew did a top corkscrew drive to the outside. Then Suicide did the Suicide solution to Everett for a 2 count. Then Everett did a beautiful looking shooting star press on Marshy Rocket for the win. So he's the winner. Also really good to see Andrew Everett being showcased more on the show and seeing exhibition matches in the show. Next, the best match of the night by far, Davey Richards versus Eddie Edwards. Last man standing match. Davey was on the way to the ring, and Eddie attacked him. They brawl all over the Impact Zone. They even have a barricade spot where Eddie jumped from the barricade to a trash can. Every time I see that barricade spot, I remember the time that Scott Steiner threw himself out of the barricade. That was fucking awesome. I missed Scott Steiner. Out of all the old guys, I miss him a lot. Even though I don't think he's wrestling anymore, but that guy was fucking fun. Next, we got Eddie. Yeah, they ended up throwing chairs at each other. Davey did a superplex on a pile of chairs that they were on the ring, and David ended up cutting up the count. So Eddie's wife was shown on camera, and Angelina gave a chain to Davey. Davey hit Edwards a couple of times, strangled him also a couple of times. Then Eddie miraculously did a comeback and hit an overhead belly to turnbuckle drop that looked really good. Then Eddie Edwards hit a chair with a chair running into the corner. Then Eddie put him in a tree of wood wall, put a couple of chairs on his face, and did a drop kick running to the corner, like similar to the saving spot. Then put Davy's head on the middle of the chair, like when you see it, like total decapitation. The spot that they did, he put the head of Davy in the middle of the chair. He went to the third rope and did a fucking double foot stomp on Eddie Edwards' head. A total decapitation spot. I love that. Then the ref started to count, but Eddie stopped the count. Angelina tried to attack Eddie, but Alicia, the wife of Edwards, ended up fighting with Angelina. Davey did a this double share spot that they put it in the middle. Then he wrapped the chain into his boots. Then he started to have doubt about, kicking his old friend in the face with a fucking chain. But Angelina told him, first kissed him and told him to do it for her. And Davey ended up hitting Edwards with the kick with the chains wrap it around. The ref counted to 10 and the winner was Eddie Edwards. Excellent match. If you didn't see it on the program, go ahead and watch it. Look it up on YouTube, Daily Motion, whatever. Excellent fucking match. Probably the best match in the whole fucking week. Excellent stuff. Excellent psychology. Excellent spots. Good storyline. Everything all around it. Perfect stuff. Next, another good news. Having a fucking smile on my face. They show a video teasing the debut of the Veterans of War, aka the Coalition. That means Crimson and probably Connor are back in TNA, and that fucking brings a fucking huge smile to my face because they work together as a team perfectly. Bro, go ahead and look the stuff that they did on OVW as the Coalition. Pretty solid stuff. And now that they are older and probably better wrestler, it's gonna be even better. So I have high hope for that tag team. And another thing to add to our growing tag team division. Next, they show footage of LAX in Mexico drinking tequila, having a great time, talking with the title, saying that they are the best tag team champions currently. And if you have a problem with that, go ahead and face us. You know where we are at. Next, they show a video of James Storm re-recording the song Long Necks and Rednecks with Dave Oliver, who is the one who makes most of the Impact teams. Good, interesting stuff. So that probably cements the idea that James Storm is gonna be in the main event for the near future, and he's gonna have a great push ever since they re-record him, show that type of stuff. Next, we got a squash match: Alberto El Patron versus John Bolling. The end was El Patron put John in a trio wall and did a double foot stomp on the corner, and that was it for the victory. Then he grabbed the mic and called Bobby out and left the ring. Next, we got a backstage segment with Ali and Braxton. They were talking, and KM and Sienna interrupted them, and Karen Jarrett, sorry. Karen Jarrett kind of stopped the whole thing and set up an intergender match for next week. KM and Sienna versus Braxton Stoddard and Allen. Then they show another teaser of the Fury will be unleashed, and that is probably gonna be Congo Kong debuting on Impact Wrestling. So that is also really good. I see kind of a throwback character out of him. Let's see how he looks on mainstream wrestling television. And the closing segment, Team Josh Matthews versus Team Jeremy Borash, and their draft out of the people. So Team Josh Matthews ended up consisting of Bobby Lashley, Bram, Eli Drake, and Tyrus. That is gonna be facing against Team Josh Matthews. That is the picks are where Alberto El Patron, Chris Adonis, aka Chris Master, the guy of the Master Lock, who still looks amazing, and the returning Matt Morgan. Oh my god, that also brings a huge smile to my face. I am a huge Matt Morgan supporter, and now that the Undertaker is retired, the spot for best big man in wrestling is open. And who could fill that spot better than Matt Morgan? So I am happy to see him back in Impact Wrestling and probably having a good push, because at the end of the show we saw Matt Morgan and Bobby Lashley facing up. That's how the show ended. But however, out of the Team Jeremy Borash, there is one pick missing, and they're gonna probably show it next week. So the spoilers are out there. You know the guy who is the guy. The guy's from the UK, former TNA World Champion, the youngest probably TNA champion. He's like 29 years old, the same age as me. Holy shit. So if you want to know, let me know in the comment, and I tell the kind of the spoiler. But it is what it is. I am quite surprised and how much I enjoyed this week. Probably the one of the best weeks out of the whole taping, and especially seeing Matt Morgan back in TNA, seeing Eli Drake near the main event, seeing Cowboy Jane Storm preparing for main event action, seeing X Division stuff in the show. Basically, solid show, solid show, and the less carrying angle that we get, the better, because let's see, she can get boring at some time. So that is all I have to say for TNA Impact Wrestling this week. What are your thoughts about the show? Let me know in the comments section below, and I will see you next time with another wrestling related video. Goodbye, and thanks for listening.